The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Good afternoon. My name is Meg Stevens. I have the pleasure of being our Director of Athletics here at Averett University. Today we celebrate a number of award winners, but one of my distinct pleasures is to introduce and induct newest members of our Hall of Fame. I'm pleased to see everyone as we are able to bestow such a tremendous, lack of football game, and throws the athletic director right off. The long and the short of it is what an incredible honor. I remember when I was a bit younger, watching my grandfather being inducted into the Hall of Fame at his institution. And that's something I'll never forget. Being inducted as an alumni here or as a Hall of Famer is an incredible, incredible event. When I took this job 2 years ago, one of the things that really drew me to Averett was not necessarily about where we're going, although we are on the forefront of where we're going, but it's our history. And to celebrate an athletics history like Averett has is incredible. So I think it's also my job today to mention we've got a new group of people joining us for this event today. I've invited a number of our head coaches and one student athlete from each team who may in the future be awarded this honor so that they may be able to see our past, our present, and our future. Averett has an incredible history and will continue to have an incredible athletics history. So thank you for being here, and we'll get started with today's Hall of Fame inductees. To note a piece of where we're coming from, we build on a tradition that began 17 years ago when our first group of former student athletes and administrators were inducted into the Hall of Fame. Altogether, we have 22 Cougars that have been honored since 1998. Today, we will make it 26. Each has made a lasting impression on our university and will be remembered in his or her own special way. As a department, our goal is to launch leaders of the future. Today, our current student athletes can see their achievements of their predecessors and know that their experience as a student athlete is preparing for them for much more than their next opponent. Our first inductee, I'd like to call up Beth, please. Our first inductee is Beth Buckwalter Pimsaen, who was a 4-year member of both the women's tennis and cross-country teams. As a cross-country runner, Pimsaen was a 4-time first-team all-conference selection from 1995 to 1998. She was named Conference Rookie of the Year in 1995 and received all-state honors during her freshman and sophomore seasons, while also finishing as a top runner in the conference that year and each year to follow. On the tennis court, Pimsaen was crowned a conference singles champion in 1996, and in 1991, she won another conference singles title as well as a doubles title. She was also named the Cougar Club Female Athlete of the Year during that same year. With much success in athletics, her achievements did not stop with sports. She also was the epitome of scholar athlete. In 1999, she received the Mary Fugate Award for graduating senior with the highest GPA, as well as the Scholar Athlete Award and the C.L. Davenport Award for General Excellence. Pimsaen graduated from Averett in 1999 with a degree in business, and after receiving her master's degree in elementary education, she began her career as a teacher. She worked in the public school system for 9 years, including a 3-year span at Gibson Elementary in Danville. Later, Pimsaen relocated to Warrington, Virginia, with her husband Ott, and now homeschools their 2 daughters, Arlie and Anna. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Hall of Famer Beth Buckwalter Pimsaen. Thank you.
Over 16 years ago, I graduated and from Averett College at that point. I believe I may have been the last graduating class of Averett College. And in graduate schedule, and I closed the door to the world of competitive athletics, excuse me. And as time went on, and moves and marriage and children, trophies got packed away, and photo albums got put on shelves, and then I got a call from Meg notifying me of this amazing honor, and so out came the trophies and out came the photo albums, and I was sitting looking at them with my two daughters, and my youngest looks at me, she goes, "Mom, did you really do that?" And I had never looked at it all in one place before, and I looked at it, I was completely overwhelmed, and I thought, wow, did I really do that? And it was a very humbling moment for me as I looked back and was reflecting for the first time in many years. And you have to understand, I'm not a competitive person. My coaches can attest to that. I go 100% and I give it my all. I'm great at practice. And then it's the match and it's the meet. And it was that wonderful reminder that I didn't walk onto the court. I didn't walk up to the starting line by myself. I walked with my best friend, the Lord Jesus Christ. And I can tell you, I lean strongly on the verse. I can do all things in Christ who gives me strength. And as I looked at the photos, I was overwhelmed with the blessings that the Lord gave me through Averett College. He blessed me abundantly with the opportunity to play two sports, where I don't know if I could have done that in any other college, with three amazing coaches, with Coach K, who, honestly, if it hadn't been for you, my tennis rackets would have stayed in Pennsylvania. And she encouraged me, come out and do this, you can do it. And for a homebody, 8 hours away from home, I needed a mother friend. And Coach K was my mother at campus. And then Coach Shields, who I think every athlete has the coach. Coach will always be coach to me. I couldn't imagine calling him anything else. He was our rock, and he spent 3 years pouring so much truth into my life that I will never forget, and I so appreciate that. So it's a double honor for me today to be inducted at the same time I'm being inducted with Coach Bobby Shields. And then my cross-country coach, Beth Buckwalter, who he was a man of great wisdom. Here I was, I could run with no formal training, I never run cross-country. And he took the time, he taught me, and the results speak for themselves. I was also blessed with Averett giving me two families. I had my cross-country family and I had my tennis family. And I was very blessed to have tennis teammates like Ellen and Toka, like Amy Cross, Sarah Wachter, Jen Witt, and they were just such a part of my life, and I feel very blessed with them. And finally, just the blessing of my parents. They drove 4 to 12 hours many weekends during the fall and the spring to be there supporting me at my matches and my meets. And they were both working full-time at that point, and also traveling across the state of Pennsylvania to support my brother in his collegiate basketball career as well. So thank you so much. Thank you, Averett, for the opportunities. Thank you, Averett, for the experience. And thank you so much for the memories. And thank you for this honor.
Our next Hall of Fame inductee is Lynn Haden-Smith. Please come on up. As a 4-year member of the Averett University volleyball team, Haden-Smith served as the team's middle hitter from 1990 to 1994, excelling on both sides of the ball. Offensively, she recorded 1,378 kills and a .471 attack percentage to go along with 179 service aces. Also, a dominating force on defense, she posted 332 solo blocks, 224 block assists, and 900 digs. Adding to her already impressive resume are 4 Dixie All-Conference First Team selections, 3 Dixie Conference Player of the Year nods, and 2 USA South All-Tournament MVP honors, and an American Volleyball Coaches Association All-South Region selection. Additionally, Haden-Smith played on the 1992 softball team, earning another first-team all-conference honor as an outfielder. Haden-Smith was also a member of the women's basketball team during the 1992-1993 season. After a successful collegiate experience, she now resides in Lively, Virginia with her husband Tony and their 2 children, Devin and Haley. Haden-Smith teaches biology and serves as the lead science teacher at Lancaster High School, as well as a dual enrollment instructor. She also serves as the National Honor Society Advisor, Recycling Club Advisor, and Senior Class Co-Advisor. Please welcome Hall of Famer Lynn Haden-Smith.
I'm short, sweet, to the point. The first time I went to visit Averett as a senior in high school, I knew this was the college for me. While attending Averett, I had the opportunity of meeting the most supportive faculty members who attended our games, the most amazing coaches who always gave words of encouragement, and the most skilled teammates. I want to thank my coaches, my teammates, my faculty members, and family members for motivating me to be the best possible athlete and making this honor truly special. And I can safely say that Averett was my second home. Thank you.
Our next inductee, I'm proud to announce, was one of the most prolific scorers in the history of men's basketball program. Tony, please come on up. Antonio Seay holds the records for most points scored in a single season with 634, and has the highest single-season scoring average of 20.1 points per game. As a former post player, he also sits atop spot for the most field goals in a single season with 267, along with the highest single-season field goal percentage of 67.9%. He finished his career with 1,106 points and was also named the Dixie Conference Player of the Year in 1990. Seay was also a 2-time first-team all-conference selection and a Division III All-South Region honoree. He helped Averett go 20-9 as a senior, leading the program to its first ever conference championship and an NCAA Sweet 16 appearance. Inspired at a young age to serve others, Seay works at St. Petersburg College, where he serves as a financial assistance counselor. In addition, he also serves his community as an assistant minister at the Fifth Avenue Church of Christ in St. Petersburg. He's been married to his wife, Marianne, for 24 years, and together they have 2 daughters, Ashley and Amber. The couple also has 1 grandchild named Carter. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Hall of Famer Antonio Seay.
It's amazing growing up in the state of Florida, coming way up to Danville, Virginia to play basketball. I'd be remiss without first giving thanks to Meg Stevens, Dr. Frank, the Alumni Board for this honor. It's indeed an honor, but Averett, I had never visited Averett at all. Coach Hall was from St. Petersburg. Our assistant coach, Matt Kilbrough, played at Averett College, which is also in Florida. When I talked to Coach Hall, he offered me a chance to come up here as a student athlete to play. I had a chance to come on a weekend visit. I decided not to, for whatever reason. When I came to Averett, mind you, as a junior, I had never, ever been away from home. I had never stayed the night at a friend's house. So when I got to Averett, everything was brand new. And one of the first things that I I had to do was to find the washroom, get my mom, say, I've never washed clothes, I've never done any of that stuff. And so I got here 12 hours away from home, everything was overwhelming. My dad decided to drop me off in a loader. My mom got my room together and they decided to leave. And at that point, I realized here I am 12 hours away from home, never been away from home. It was really crazy, but it was something about this community of Averett College back then, the community, the instructors, that just made everything once classes started to just gel. I am so glad that I chose to attend here. I had an outstanding time, and I'd like to leave you with one thing. I've always thought about how simple basketball is. Basketball, and we started with just a small basketball. Guys from all over the state, different states, and we became actually a family. And so despite all of the honors that I have, I could not have done any of that without my teammates. And so although we started as individuals in a basketball, we became family. And I would like to thank my brothers. And truly we become brothers throughout the year, running suicides, being up at 4:30 out in the cold running. And so 3 of my brothers that are here today, I would like for them to come up and share this moment with me, because without them, none of this would be possible. You know James Braxton, without any big man that has ever played, he would not be any good without a good point guard. So James Braxton, my brother, if he can come up with me. Chad Ford, one of the great three-point shooters of our time, and our other big man, Gregory Hines, to come up and share in this moment with me as well. This is what Averett is all about. Averett is about family. I thank everybody for the recognition. God bless you. May us have a good day.
I'd like to call Bobby up, please. It's always a great honor when you can recognize somebody that you know very well and have gotten to know very well. And a really great honor to induct him into our Hall of Fame. Our final Hall of Fame inductee touched the lives of his players as a tennis coach at Averett University. Before coaching, Bobby Shields earned a couple of honors as a player. He was a singles champion in 1983, and his performance earned him a spot on the all-conference team. He returned to his alma mater in 1993 as an assistant coach under fellow Hall of Famer Barbara Kushbar. And together, they led the women's tennis team to 3 consecutive conference championships. Shields took over the program in the 1997 season, guiding the team to 2 more conference titles, and also coaching the #1 player in Division III in 2 consecutive individual national titles. He was named the Conference Coach of the Year in 1999, and as the women's coach, and later took over the men's team in 2004. Under his direction, the men's squad won a conference championship in 2007, earning him another Coach of the Year award. He totaled 6 conference championships. A family-oriented man, he hung up coaching at the end of the 2009 season, spending more time with his wife, Leanne, and his daughter, Hannah. He currently is the principal at Kentuck Elementary School and lives in Keeling, Virginia. But you'll see him and his wife on North Campus for every home volleyball match to watch their daughter, Hannah, play at Grant Center. By the way, today, Hannah's trying to break records of her own, trying to get her 1,000th kill. Hopefully while we're speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Averett round of applause for Bobby Shields.
Today is the day of voting. If I can be up here, very humbled by the opportunity to stand before you today. The man gave me a call. I asked her, I said, "Man, are you sure you're talking to the right person?" I said, "I had a decent athletic career. All the records that you broke, they were not mine. I had a decent coaching career, but I said, you sure it's not that I'm Hannah's dad? My daughter's accomplished more already in a year and a half than I did in 4 years. But I'm here because of other people. I'm not here because of me. Those of you folks that know me, you know I'm not that smart. Okay? Those of you that played against me, you know I was not that great of an athlete. Okay? I'm here because of the other people in this room. The old saying that if you ever see a turtle on a fence post, you know it didn't get there by itself. Okay? I'm here because of the folks in this room. Now, there are a lot of folks in here I need to give thanks to. I need to give thanks to my family. I have my brother and my sister here with me today. My sister's 4 years older than I, and she beat me up quite a bit as I was a young kid. She toughened me up. When my brother got home and found out she had been beating me up, he beat her up. Okay? That's my protector, and that is the truth. But my brother also, he's 10 years older than I am. And he was an athlete. Actually, he was one of the first male graduates of Averett College back in the day, 72. He loved sports. And he would take me out when all the other guys would go out and play, whether it be tennis or basketball or football or whatever, he'd take me along with him. Well, obviously, his 10 years difference in us. And I took a lot of poundings. I took a lot of beatings during that day. But here's what it did. I never was intimidated by anybody or anything. It toughened me up. As a matter of fact, my coaching record here is barely above 500 because my philosophy was I didn't schedule you if you couldn't beat me. So everyone we scheduled was D1, D2s. I even had D2, D1 coaches tell me I can't play you because if we play you, you'll beat me and I'll get fired. Okay, so thanks to my family, I have Ron Welsh here, the greatest competitor I've ever competed against. He's bigger, faster, stronger. For 15 years, he pwned me every day on the tennis court. Okay, he taught me the value of not just winning the big match, but winning every day. Winning every day is important, not just winning a championship or the big things. I have Coach Cushbar here. She gave me opportunity. If you have a chance to extend that hand and give someone an opportunity, give them opportunity. I wouldn't be here today if she didn't give me the opportunity. And along those lines, taught me some of the things that helped me instill some of the other things into the athletes that I had an opportunity to have the privilege of teaching and coaching. I don't see Mr. Harris here. Mr. Harris, the athletic director, who hired me the second time around. And he taught me what a man's man is. Our early morning conversations I miss. But iron sharpens iron. He sharpened me. He made me a better coach. He made me a better person. Some of the folks that are not here today, I need to recognize. Basie Hiltunen, who taught me the value of what praise is, what developing a dream would be, okay, and what encouragement can mean to someone. He instilled that into all of his athletes. He made us believe in ourselves. He pushed us beyond the limits that we could possibly push ourselves. I could go on and on and on with the people, and I'm looking around the room and trying to think the other inductees here. Lynn, a fellow retina person. Well, two retina people. I looked at what she accomplished here with all the players of the year. I think I may have got a certificate for Averett one time or something. All these players of the year. And Tony, 20 points a game. I may have scored 20 in my career. I'm not sure. And Beth, the epitome of what we look for in a student athlete, a great student, but even a greater person. So it is indeed an honor for me to stand here today. I am here as a result of all of you. Dr. Russo, congratulations. I was telling him that after you gave your speech, I was like, right guys, hurry up, y'all got to write me a speech. And they didn't come up with anything good, so I just had to do it. But there are two other folks here that I need to give thanks to that are not here. My mom, okay, who has passed away. Mom always gave us great quotes. And my family's very religious. I hate to use the word religious, but a very relational family with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And she would always tell me these things, okay? She would always tell me, son, be sure your sins will find you out. I'm not sure why she told me that. Yes, I do. And the other was, this is the one I heard more than anything else, and that is you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. If there's any principle in the Bible that's true, it's that principle. It's true for bad, for evil, but it's also true for good. Sow those seeds of good and it comes back. And I've tried to give back to Averett. There's no way I can give back to Averett College, Averett University, what they've given me. There's no way I can give back that much. Averett has given me so much. It's given me a place, a foundation for where I could grow, where I could mature, where I could stretch, where I could reach out, where I could touch, and where others could reach back and touch me. So I thank Averett for doing that for me. And the other person is my dad. My dad, when I found out he had passed away, the first thing that came to my thought was Meg had already called me. I thought to myself, Dad, he's not going to be a deacon now. And I want to be, because he instilled a work ethic in me that it takes to be successful in anything. My dad was a beast, okay? He was a beast. No one could outwork him. And he instilled that in me. And I hope I've instilled that into my athletes to where there's one thing I can say about our teams. Nobody ever outworked us. Nobody outworked us. Our team, we found athletes that would work hard enough to achieve the goals that we wanted to achieve. And behind that, the attitude it took to do that. And the last thing I'll say, one of my life verses is from James 1:17. It says, every good gift given and every perfect gift is from above. Every good gift given and every perfect gift is from above. James 1:17. I would not be here today. Thank you for all of you, but it's my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ who gave me the strength, who's given me the ability to do and accomplish anything I've had in life. To him, all the glory. Thank you, guys, so much.
Let's hear it one more time for our four inductees. For our current student athletes and coaches in the room, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Here are four folks who have come before us that have left their mark on Averett. And I think what this will also do is just share with you how special Averett is and how unique Averett is. And sometimes it takes going out into the world to be able to realize what's right at home. This is a family. We talk about being one team, one family, and one Averett. This is true dedication of that day. On behalf of our student athletes, our coaches, our administrators, our alumni, and Cougar fans all over the world, thanks for joining us to celebrate our newest inductees. The accomplishments of these four will forever be remembered here at Averett. Today's activities, I'd be remiss to say without, we'll see you at the tailgate at 2 o'clock, and we will be tailgating from 2 to 5. Congratulations to our Hall of Famers. Well done, and we couldn't be prouder of you. Thank you, and on to our next Alumni Award winners.
This has been a production of the Averett Sports Network.